So in this video, I just want to share some quick thoughts about Q2 earnings for GameStop. Of course, I don't provide financial advice. I'm only here to share my personal thoughts and opinions. But overall, I'm really starting to get curious, what are the numbers going to look like? Of course, everybody's always curious to that going into an earnings report. But I feel like this is a really kind of next pivotal couple quarters for GameStop. Not that I would just suddenly lose faith if things didn't go exactly as expected. But I feel like these next couple quarters are really where they have an opportunity to kind of finalize the turnaround, so to speak, and just get themselves in a spot where, hey, yeah, even if we're not growing this year or next year, we're going to turn a profit or at least break even and then start to use our cash to buy back stock, issue dividend, something in nature, acquisitions, shareholder value things. But none of that is a given. None of that is a guarantee. But overall, the best thing they can do, in my opinion, is just continue to focus on cutting costs and just increasing merchandise available online and in stores, and just using retail technology and data as a whole to just improve operations as is. And then GameStop Player will have the opportunity for them to grow. But also keep in mind, it's not just going to be like, oh yeah, like $1 billion extra next year because of GameStop Player. So we'll have to see in terms of that. But overall, I just feel like with Zelda having strong sales as of late, apparently the Switch is sold more consoles in the most recent quarter as per Nintendo than the same quarter of last year. So I find that to be interesting. And as a whole, I would say the economy's in a little bit of a better shape than last year, but I don't know, it's so hard to know these days because like the numbers are so fudged and it's a lot of shady things going out there. I'll just leave it at that. But I think SG&A could decrease year over year. I think revenue can at least break even, if not be slightly more than the same quarter of last year. And I feel like those couple of factors can get them to profitability. Of course, it depends what kind of items are they selling, what are the margins on those items. Then also down the line, something to look for is Matt Furlong's compensation won't be a part of things. DJ's compensation, I keep calling it DJ because Morant's called her that, and I keep forgetting her last name. Diana, Sahed, Jed, I don't even want to butcher it. I'm not sure. But basically, both of them have left the company this quarter. So those are two major costs, or two of the most expensive employees, I should say, that are no longer with the company. So that's just less capital to be spent on them in the future. And then also, a lot of their restricted stock was set to vest in the next couple years. So they're not actually even going to get a lot of the stock they were guaranteed. So I have to kind of get into, and this is something I do want to research and get back to you guys on with either a video or a stream. How is that going to actually affect the numbers, and where exactly are we seeing that show up? You can definitely let me know if you want in the comments. I've said it in the past, I'll say it again. I'm just an average individual covering the stock, learning as I go. So I'm not going to get everything right, and I'm not trying to be perfect. So I just appreciate you guys watching, sharing your thoughts. I'm sharing my thoughts, and we'll see what Q2 brings, right? That's where my head's at. Have a good night.